Hello again. Oh, welcome back. Hope you are all doing fantastically well tonight. How early are you? I think I started literally 30 seconds ago. Couldn't be much earlier. What's your record? Well, couldn't get here much earlier than you did tonight, so that's got to be in and of itself a record. Good to see all of you. Hope you are all doing fantastically well. Hope it's been a good Wednesday Oh, find Uncle Charlie's keys. We just started and we're already seeing weird stuff. Well, we don't call it Let's break Skyrim. Let's break Skyrim for nothing. As you can see, we are being overtaken by the all-consuming darkness. And we fix it by doing this. Whoop! No more darkness. Pretty good, huh, Ayla? Right? You thought that was really cool? You just looked thrilled. Well, been a minute since we've seen the all-consuming darkness. Our old buddy, our old pal, it was very nice of it to stop by. Hello, welcome back. Just started streaming and we already had our first weird glitchy moment. We were paid a visit by our old friend, the all-consuming darkness. Finally broke Skyrim on your end with mods. Now you gotta go figure out how to get rid of the save error issue. Ah. Hello. Ayla looks like she's wondering what the darkness was. She looked completely indifferent and stoic. We seem to have misplaced INIGO. Probably lost him in the latest werewolf-related loading screen. He'll probably materialize once we go in there. We're going to go murderize some Silverhand. That eldritch darkness. Yes. That's not the first time that's happened on stream either. I think several streams ago we saw it again. Weird stuff, man. Okay. Well, without further ado, let's go make some Silverhand extremely very not alive. Gallows Rock. Hello, welcome aboard, welcome back. Woohoo! Gallows Rock, what's the name of this place? Yes, Gallows Rock. Could be Gallows Jazz or Gallows Pop, but they went with rock. Gallows Heavy Metal. Gallows Power Metal. Look at us. Interview at Costco. Ooh, nice. Hope it goes fantastically well for you. Remember this dungeon like the back of my hand, yes. And I do believe if INIGO rematerializes like I hope he will as soon as we go in through the door, he will have some commentary on the Silverhand who inhabit this place. He does not hold them in high regard. Ow. Ow. Why am I still using a bow and arrow 3 feet away from my enemies? Hello again, hello. Save that grey mane guy from the Falmore yet? Haven't done that yet. This is still a basically brand new, fresh playthrough. Wow, look how empty my map is of markers so far. I think we've cleared everybody from the outside. Let's see if going through the loading screen for the door makes INIGO magically appear. I need to jump on INIGO's quest too, so we can meet Langley and get the summon INIGO spell. Got done with Helldivers, huh? What do you think of the theory that the Silverhand are former companions? I haven't heard that one myself. Do missing in action sort of early, if you recall correctly, yeah. They'll probably jump on the Civil War early, too.
Must have locked the place down after Skior charged in. You can taste the fear.
Excuse me, Ayla, do you know where my friend INIGO is? Alright. INIGO, where are you? He appears to still be in Whiterun, following my first werewolf transformation. We will come right back to Gallows. We will come right back to Gallows Rock, but let's go grab INIGO first. Spread democracy and liberty.
By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
What did I do? What did I do? Hey, we found INIGO. What did I do? Never seen him left behind after a werewolf transformation. Huh. I don't call it let's break Skyrim for nothing. Do I even have 1,000 gold?
Smart man. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Yes. Yeah. INIGO, you good?
Okay, let us get back
Okay.
to it.
If we're quite finished chasing our own tails, no werewolf, Khajiit, or Argonian pun intended. What did you do? I don't know. Did I kill somebody after you were transformed, or did it put a bounty on your head? It might have put a bounty on my head, my first werewolf transformation. Which, if it did, that's the first I've... Dusty, stop biting my phone! Dusty's here with me. I'm using my phone to follow chat and... Transforming, I mean. I don't know. If I got busted for... Dusty, stop it! Hey, no. No, come on. Skyrim does not like werewolves. Oh no, not at all. Or vampires. Wielding the racist axe. Okay. Dusty, if you're quite finished trying to eat my phone, we're playing Skyrim. Okay. Dusty's here with me. Again, I apologize for no Dusty cam or face cam the past few streams. Still trying to find the gremlin in the system. There's a couple of different ways I can hook up the receiver for my wireless mics to my computer, so... Maybe if I try a different way, we'll get it to work. Hate that axe for how bad it is. Use that axe for the second great war mod. How much more poetic can I get? Wuthrod is awesome. Wuthrod is A shockingly racist piece of metal.
I hope you are feeling okay, my friend. You smell feral.
I'm alright.
Come on, let's push on and get this over with. I'm uncomfortable here.
Understandable.
Yes, my friend. All set?
Okay, so INIGO should have some special dialogue for this place. Make his dislike of the Silver Hand very, very clear. Used Wuthrod and the Thalmor Embassy. Oh gosh. In the companion's quest line, I always leave it with the statue of Ysgramor. Once it's back in Ysgramor's hands, I just kinda never want it back.
Jeez, these people are sadists.
Yes, indeed they are. There's a certain irony in the one hating Wuthrod named... Oh boy, okay.
This place smells of spring.
There's a dead one,
These
isn't there?
intolerant silverhand
Thought so.
fools are the real beasts, if you ask
Nobody
me.
we know by the smell. Some can't separate the animal from themselves. Go feral. This poor sod could have been anyone. We should keep moving.
Okay, what is going on in chat here? Hello, Fist. Welcome back. Hope you are doing well tonight. What is going on in chat right now? The amount of cure disease potions. Am I not already immune to diseases if I'm an Argonian? Or if I'm a werewolf, anyway. I just don't care to wield or even look at Wuthrod. I leave it in Ysgramor's hands and call it a day. Got a comment about it.
Huh?
My first Argonian playthrough in several years. Whoa!
Yeah.
50% resistant to poison. Okay. Been a minute since my last Argonian playthrough. It's been years since I played as an Argonian. Again, many of my previous playthroughs tried to replicate the look of the Nord from the game cover or the posters. And was only somewhat successful. Is it poison or disease? I think it's disease, but I could be wrong.
So much cruelty happened here.
think after we complete this part of the story, we'll sit down and fully learn about Inigo's past. So we can get to Langley's place and get the Summon Inigo spell. Then throw snow thrush eggs at Langley. Or we could, if I already had telekinesis, which I don't yet. There's apparently a possibility of Farengar at Dragon's Reach being able to sell you the Healing Hand spell. It's not guaranteed he'll have it for sale. It's an item he potentially can have for sale. So, I'll go back to Jorvaskr, back to Whiterun, find a safe place to sit down and talk with Inigo there. I'll learn more about his past. And then hopefully we'll trigger the bad vibrations. I don't remember. Does this werewolf try to help us if we bust him out, or does he try to murderize us? Let's find out. Werewolves are immune to disease. Okay, cool. Know that you don't get tired anymore. Stole a sword that is the strongest of all to remind I never get caught. Healing Hand spell. One of the first things I got. Okay. Doesn't look good. So red guards that are 50% resistant to poison. That werewolf is feral and will kill you. Okay. Okay. We're going to leave you in your cell and give you time to think about what you've done. The higher the skill level you get, the more spells will be available for sale. Okay. When we head back to Whiterun, I might at least check with Farengar. Quietly sits in fear of the axe. What expectations do you have for Elder Scrolls 6, positive or negative? I'm hoping it's not ruined by microtransactions and just being an incomplete game with chunks missing. Again, I remember a weird time where you just bought the game on a disc and had the complete game. No questions asked. So, hope we're not going the route of EA, where the game is hugely incomplete upon release, and or whatever's missing is hidden behind a paywall.
Yeah. Hey, Ugly, over here.
This is my roundabout way of saying I'm cautiously pessimistic. First of all, what's it gonna be, 2047 before that game finally comes out? We'll be on the 8th generation Xbox by then. What? Can't spell Bethesda without an E and an A. You now rule over Sweetnells. Congratulations. That was a hard-fought title. Wolfrod is coming. No, no, no. Wolfrod is staying in the hands of Ysgramor this playthrough and never getting used. Just like every other playthrough I've done before. Inigo, how we doing?
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking I do not enjoy this place.
Me neither.
You want to ask me something? I'm wondering why we have stopped.
Suddenly Todd Howard saying it. Elder Scrolls. Last Elder Scrolls game he's involved with, huh? Oh, something bad's about to happen to Nazim. I approve.
What was that? Time to end this game.
Whoops. Ow. Ow. Oh, jeez. Kitty scratch stings. Uh-oh. Hello there, hello there. Welcome aboard again. Welcome back, welcome back. Who thought is your favorite action Skyrim? We will now sacrifice Nassim to the Skyfort. Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Yes, quite a bit more often than Nazim, technically. I've been to Dragon's Reach. A lot more than he's ever been. Rather funny how he brags about the Cloud District all the time and yet is never there himself. Accidentally baked these sweet rolls in the Skyfort, not an oven. Soldier still belongs to Vilkas. Fus redoes him to the real Cloud District. When I eventually have the ejector force spell again, I'll use it to launch him there. As much as I hate that guy, I do try to keep him alive so INIGO can taunt him and scare him away. I do like to let INIGO have his fun. Okay.
We're getting close now. Be careful. Their leader is a tricky one.
Ah, yes.
They call him the Skinner.
Think of it. Don't think you've ever seen Nazim in Dragon's Reach. No, I've never seen him in Dragon's Reach.
I need to tell you why.
In the Cloud District. He brags about advising the Jarl on stuff, and yet I never see him at Dragon's Reach, let alone talking with the Jarl about anything. He's all braggadocious and nothing else. Whoops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'll kill you!
Adventuring is a dangerous business. Ow. Something on your mind?
Bastards. Somehow they managed to kill Skior. He was one of the strongest we had, but numbers can overwhelm. He should not have come without a shield brother. Get out of here. I'm going to make sure we got the last of them, and see if there's any information to be gotten from the bodies. You and I have work to do. The Silver Hand will tremble at our sight.
Yes, they will.
The Silver Hand has been scouring the world for more pieces of Wuthrad. One group is hidden out in the rift.
Poor Skior.
Get it back, for the honor of us all. I'm gonna find whoever did this.
I beg your pardon? Thought we did just find whoever did it.
I am.
Roll Stone Fist. Nazim and his wife are supposed to get their own home. Apparently Bethesda couldn't add it in time for the final version, so they're set to stay in the Bannered Mare. I think they hang out a lot in the Drunken Huntsman too, if I recall correctly. Old Stone Fist keeps going on a rabbit hole every time you drink with him. The racist from Windhelm, fight him every time. Just wish he had some different dialogue after you knock his teeth in. Yeah. He is another one of my least favorite characters in the whole game. What a creep.
Dead. If only he had waited before rushing in. What a waste.
Aww. Inigo, do you need a hug? Oh wait, I don't have the hug mod installed yet. Inigo, I'll take a rain check on that hug. I'll get it to you as soon as I can.
Speak to me. Mr. Dragonfly is thinking this is the most fun you can have in a jar. He would know.
Oh, this guy. Hey, Inigo. Oops. There we go. Now we've given him the send-off he deserves. Okay. Coming to steal your loot. Do I want this? Can I even afford the carry weight right now? We can at least sell it when we get to Whiterun if need be.
Have you been bringing the battle to the Silver Hand, friend? I wish I could.
Yes, clearly we have.
Soon enough.
A little too much so, apparently.
I'll take my leave then.
Having burnout? Shoved your dagger into Rolf's stone fist back when he wasn't looking. Also Khajiit and Argonian? No, Khajiit and Argonians are cool, thank you very much. My favorite follower mod is a Khajiit guy right here.
What is on your mind? What's next?
Use Rolf as your Boethia sacrifice. I tried that, couldn't seem to make it work with amazing follower tweaks, so I used the creepy bard guy from, whoops, the Bannered Mare. Jeez! Inigo's not playing around. Yep, last playthrough I brought Mikhail. Am I saying his name right? I'm probably not pronouncing his name right. Treva's Watch. Okay, I think this is the one where the guy and his friends are camped outside and we can help them retake the fort. It'll be a double whammy. It'll be a win-win. General Kenobi. Mikhail the Bard, yeah. Actually, many are racist acts. Yeah. That's essentially all Wuthrod is to me. Never liked Wuthrod, never liked using it, never will. Well, once I get it back as part of the companion storyline, it's staying in Ysgrimmor's hands, never to be used again.
Okay, let's do this.
Bear attack. What I get for trying to read chat and speedrun at the same time. Oops. Oh, jeez. Woo! Thank you, INIGO.
Okay, let us get back to it.
No racist axe is best left in the racist hands of racist Eves Grimoire. Tend to leave the axe with that statue out of respect. No, not even out of respect, just out of a lack of respect, out of dislike for me.
Everything smells a little wilder when the sun goes down.
Okay. Fool who took it too far, blinded by vengeance. If we're talking about Ys Grimoire, I agree. Okay, I believe over here, the dude and his friends are camped. Tried to make it look like the snow elves never even existed. Oh, gosh. Yo, you want to help us take a fort?
Are you here to help? I will take back my family's castle. Finally, reinforcements have arrived. I was expecting more, though. You'd better be good.
I'm the best.
Good. The place is crawling.
Oh, he doesn't even question it.
We lost some good men trying to take it earlier. I suspect Brurid planned this. There's been bad blood between us since the king's death. But to invade my home, kidnap my family...
Stormcloaks or Empire. Both sides have their problems. Sounds like more than just bad blood.
You ask a lot of questions for a mercenary. Just get in there and open the gate. We'll try and provide help once that's done. I wish we could offer more help, but our last attack went sour, and we're all that is left. Good luck.
Agreed, neither side. I don't like either one.
Need something?
If I do the Civil War questline, it'll only be to see if we can indeed see Ulfric and Sovngarde. Alright, INIGO, we're sneaking. And now we're not sneaking. Woohoo! Level up! Oh, frickin' dragon shout, Tullius can't. And doesn't mean he's right. Bethesda kind of wrote the game to be against the Empire. I say they wrote it where you could technically make an argument for either side. I rather dislike both sides, to be honest.
Hey, watch the face.
Excuse me. Oops.
Over here.
You want to turn me into a rat?
Time to die. You won't live to see tomorrow.
Woo!
That was hairy.
Nicely handled, INIGO. I think we already confirmed we can see Ulfric and Sovngarde if we do the Civil War story before we finish the main story.
What is on your mind? Keep that bow ready, my friend. It smells unsafe here.
Ulfric is Peak Nord. Put into consideration the Daedric beings that the Dragonborn can side with. Whatever he is or whatever he can do doesn't mean he's in the right. But I still make the argument both sides have their problems. Empire and Stormcloak's all the same. And neither side realize it's the Thalmor, it's the Aldmeri Dominion, intentionally pitting them against each other. See him and his second command in Sovngarde. Okay. See, that's an interesting detail. I don't believe I've ever done that in a playthrough of Skyrim before, so... for the first time, at least for me, let's send Ulfric... Whoops. Let's send Ulfric ahead of us to Sovngarde. Hee 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 hee. Run into Codblack and Torig as well. Yes. I knew about Codblack. Knew about Torig. Bethesda's thought of some interesting details when planning all this out.
Excuse me, my friend.
What was that?
Whoa!
Damn it!
Gonna stop racist acting. Yes, please. Not all Nords are bigots. My thoughts exactly.
Something on your mind? We are a pretty good team, I reckon.
Pretty good team. You and I are the best team, INIGO. We are unstinking stoppable when we work together. Party Snacks is a good ally compared to Dolphin. Speaking Dunmer, yes. I was noticing your use of Dunmer insult. Clever.
What was that?
I will say, while I'm trying to keep my one and only, well, I'm gonna say, the one and only mod I do have active right now is INIGO and nothing else. I am missing the archery tweaks mod that actually made the arrows hit precisely where you're aiming. Again, once we get past a few select, easily breaking quests, I'll be sure to reactivate that mod.
Excellent work.
Hello, hello, welcome back, welcome back. Good to see everyone tonight, and why are we defending the dragons? I wasn't defending the dragons, you're defending the dragon. Who? Lords enslave Argonians, oh yes. Oh, jeez. Sorry, INIGO.
Give up while you still can.
You will not be served.
That's all you got.
On my way to quickly maxing out archery once again. Every playthrough is an archer playthrough, whether you intend for it to be or not. Yes, INIGO, the look on your face says it all. We're all stealth archers, whether we want to be or we don't want to be. Bound sword. Dragons are menaces, yes. Common belief. Whoops. What just happened? Surely I didn't have that little help. Oh. Okay, I have no lighting mods active whatsoever, and the lighting glitch is still happening in my loading screens. Stealth Archer Supremacy. Capybaras are adorable. Random thought. Yes, they are. That is indeed a random thought, and they are indeed adorable. And they get along with just about every animal, too. We could learn a lot from capybaras. Are you guys leaving? Oh, right, I have a fear enchantment on my sword. Whoops. Well, this sword's supposed to make people peace out. Danged if it doesn't make people peace out. Wow, this is the weapon I should have been using the whole time we've been in here. Enemies are a lot easier to unalive when they're busy running away screaming.
This kind of work is not good for your health.
That's all you got.
Ow. Need to remember to save more often in case anything else of that nature happens. Hippos are scary. Yes, they are. They have an incredibly strong bite. I've heard stories of hippos biting crocodiles completely in half. That's actually terrifying. That's amazing, but also terrifying.
That is highly overrated.
Woo! INIGO's not playing around.
Kill you.
Ooh, sweet roll. Hey, INIGO, I found a sweet roll on a dead guy. You want it? Ow. Oh, die already. Thank you.
Close one. I am not feeling my best. It's a good thing I heal quickly. Something on your mind?
Trying to remember if
I
INIGO
always
uses
found
healing
mutually
potions if I
beneficial
give them to him.
exchange.
Potions of vigorous healing, he already has some. The face I make when I tell a joke and nobody laughs. Which is concerningly often.
I have your back, my friend.
Delphine is the uncool blade. The blades in Oblivion are awesome. Respect the game giving you a meta on choice, but the execution is either not good or it is lacking something. Might switch to playing as a generic Nord, frowny face. That's what I've done many a playthrough. Trying and more often than not failing to replicate the look of the Nord on the posters. Or from that Skyrim trailer that got everybody so excited years ago. Plan to watch Caddyshack. Delphine really told the Dragonborn of all people to flip off. Ah, I'm the blade. We're the Blades. Here's the ultimate dragon slayer. Let's tell him to leave. Tell him to find Uncle Charlie's keys off. Very smart. Again, we can hear INIGO commenting on how Delphine is a blade, but as he says, doesn't seem that sharp to him. Don't mind if I do. INIGO, how we doing?
I am here for you.
Don't make me hug you.
If you need anything else, just ask.
Happy Gilmore is awesome. I think I've seen that movie exactly once, but I remember it being funny. Subway advertisement.
Time to end.
Whoa! Yeah, it is always annoying when blatant, obvious product placement infiltrates a movie. My jaw dropped with the whole Bud Light thing in the one Transformers movie with Mark Wahlberg. And they tried to pad it as being, oh, but it's funny though. It's like, it's still a blatant product placement. They want to make it painfully obvious who bought the studio out, helped fund the movie. It's not funny, it's annoying. Whew. Pause for a moment to put another pillow behind my back. Haven't been to a Subway in years, neither have I. I remember liking their Italian BMT when I was in my teens. I wonder if I went back and tried it right now, would I still enjoy it or would I think it was gross? I remember the movie World War Z with, I believe, Brad Pitt. The product placement was extremely blatant and annoying and concerningly frequent. Like, we get it, movie. The people who made you sold out, sold out, sold out. Definitely not for weight loss, at least that's a bold-faced lie. Yeah.
This place smells troublesome. It may be a good idea to ready our weapons.
Yes, of course.
This is enjoyable. I like adventuring with you very much.
Don't make me hug you. The lighting right here is nice for a screenshot of INIGO, so we will pause for a moment for that very purpose. Got food poisoning once from Subway. Ew. Never watched World War Z. Yeah, overall, it's been years since I've seen it. Overall, I remember it being at very best just a so-so movie. Just meh. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't wonderful either. Blatant product placement for Jack Link's beef jerky and Pepsi. At a time when I was still... Oh, gosh, I didn't mean to click creations. At a time when I was still drinking soda, I love Pepsi. And even I found the Pepsi placement in the movie annoying. Tuna isn't even tuna at Subway. Yeah. Haven't seen Zombieland either. Haven't seen A Quiet Place either. Apparently I'm not big into the zombie movies.
Never should have come here.
Oh. Keep forgetting about my fear enchantment.
Singed fur. Roasted INIGO will not be served. I got this.
This is the end for you.
You came out of that better than decided, my friend.
You're doing fine, Inigo. You're awesome. It's not zombies, it's aliens. Ah. The tuna isn't tuna. Don't make me cry. Tons of advertisements in Superman 2 with Christopher Reeve. That movie aged interestingly. I used to enjoy McDonald's okay when I was much, much younger. If I went and tried it right now, I'd either find it, again, meh, so-so, or just straight up gross. Alright, we got the dang wolf rod fragment. White cheddar, ah. That's a troll. I would have been banned weeks ago. What? Alright. Got another piece of the dang racist axe that I'll never use. Find our way back out to the courtyard so we can let in Dude and his friends. It's like a better Big Mac. Huh, maybe I should try it. I'm trying to play the game and pay attention to chat at the same time. Apologies if I'm not doing well. Bro is grossed out by his own product. It was a little funny seeing that guy scared to take a bite of his own business's burger.
Over here.
I can't believe I used to be one of you. You are so ugly.
Whoa. Man, making short work of these guys.
Smear, you won't leave here alive.
In the long run, we are all dead.
Oops. Quality of beef everywhere has come down like a meteor. Yeah. Let me just second guess if the big arch was even good. CEOs are stupid. Quarter pounder patties are never frozen. Prefer Culver's. Burgers are much better. Yeah, I remember liking Culver's, but that's another place I haven't been to in a while. I think the CEO is just so used to being served lobster. Chilled in the fridge, but never put in the freezer. Ah. Got your castle back for you. You're welcome.
Thank you for your help. Did you see my family inside?
Nope, I didn't see them in there at all.
Hopefully they made it to safety before the attack. I'll begin the search after a quick restock. Anyway, here is your reward. Thanks again.
What do you want, lizard?
I beg your pardon.
Yes?
One-eyed mohawk lady just called me a lizard.
Huh?
What he wouldn't know the hammer action on a drill is for. Golf job is superior. Oh! Hopefully he won't be working there much longer, yes. See if the new deal works out for you. Hope it works out fantastically well for you.
Uh-huh. What's next?
What's next is we take the fragment of racist axe back to Ayla. You hate Whataburger? Wish the best for a fellow Rocket Raccoon. I love Whataburger.
When the Empire surrendered to the Ordinary Dominion, they shamed us all.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire.
Alright. After we return the fragment of racist axe. Let us sit down in your Vesker and talk with INIGO for a while about his past. So we can set his quest into motion.
Have you been?
Don't go outside, I'm talking with you.
Goes well,
Got the fragment.
We've got the cowards up. Another piece of glory. Good work, Shield brother.
Another piece of a shockingly racist weapon, if you ask me. What's the next target?
I've been hearing rumors of Silver Hand activity. A group of them has holed up in Whiterun. Run fast, my friend.
Will do. INIGO. Let's sit down and talk for a few.
Yes? Good idea. Why don't you give those legs of yours a break? Join me.
Take a moment to catch up with chat here. Whataburger buns are caked in flour. Woo. Definitely had a burger burp lodged in you. Oh gosh. I see there are some opinions on Whataburger I don't agree with. Burger was wet and cold. Might have just been a bad location. The one close to me has always been really good.
What is on your mind?
The loot in your cell was full of arrows. I take it you prefer singing?
Yes. I have never been very good though. I enjoy writing songs, but sometimes it is more fun just making up words as I go along. Improvisation keeps the mind sharp and boredom at bay.
If I asked, would you sing something while you're traveling? While we're traveling? Blah, blah, blah.
Maybe, but nothing too serious. I would rather save my proper songs for the Bard's College. For now, anyway. Well, I know it is silly, but my songs are special to me. I would rather perform them in a special place. However, if you just want me to improvise something while we are traveling, maybe I can help you out. We will see.
Mind if I ask you something?
Of course. What do you want to know?
Tell me about your past.
My brother and I never knew our real parents. We were found abandoned in a smelly shack by a soldier on his way to battle. We melted his heart with our fuzzy little faces, and he carried us to the nearest town. He deposited us at an orphanage, and that is where we spent most of our childhood.
Never tried In-N-Out to know if I like them or not. Tell me more about your past.
My brother and I were adopted by a couple of retired assassins. I guess the orphanage did not do a family background check.
Must have had a very interesting childhood.
Mine was perhaps a little more unconventional than most, but I suppose all childhoods are interesting to some degree. My parents provided me with love and encouragement. Apart from the nightly training sessions, we were a normal family.
Tell me more about your past.
I was bullied by the other Khajiit children because of my unusual color and markings. My mother showed me a handy trick with a rock and a glove. I was never bothered again.
Serves the little lout right.
Yes, bullies should not be tolerated. They soon learned that being different is not a weakness.
Tell me more about your past.
My father showed my brother and I how to use a sword. My mother taught us the bow. Happy childhood memories. I grew up in a riverhold not far from Citadel. My brother and I headed for the Imperial City to find our fortune when we came of age. I found love, for a time at least. My brother found death.
Death?
I will come to that soon. There is a little more to hear first. Well, now that I think about it, maybe it was not love. It was brief and, as it turned out, one-sided. Anyway, all that happened later.
Your opinion on onion rings, I love them when they're done right. Long as they have the right amount of batter in proportion to the onion. Gotta balance that batter and onion ratio. Is what I'm even saying make sense? Does what I'm even saying? Does what I'm saying? Does saying what I'm meaning? Meaning what I'm saying? Saying what I'm... Does what I'm saying even make sense? Kind of comes with everything for yes.
My mother and father are both gone. They died protecting a trading caravan a few years back. I guess I am an orphan again.
Sorry for your loss, INIGO.
That means a great deal. Thank you.
What were your parents like?
I suppose they were a bit of an odd couple, being an Argonian and a Khajiit, but they adored each other. And us. Despite their previous profession, they were good people.
I've tried alligator meat. I know it's a common joke to say something tastes like chicken. Alligator meat literally tastes like chicken. It's just more chewy, rubbery. Jungle gems. Can't say that I have.
My brother and I found much work as sellswords. We never made it to the Imperial City, but we made a lot of coin.
What kind of jobs did you do?
A bit of giant killing here, a bit of witch slaying there. We took gold when it was offered, but sometimes we worked for nothing. It is hard to deny those in need, whether they have coin or not. We made more than enough from those who could pay anyway.
Where did your travels take you?
All over Citadel. from the Gold Coast to the Gerald Mountains. It is a wonderful land, but quite tame compared to Skyrim. Those were happy times, traveling or working during the day, camping out under the stars at night. Life was good.
Chicken with a hint of fishiness. That's a perfect description of alligator meat. Jungle Jim's is great. Tell me more about your past, INIGO.
I awoke one morning to a lot of noise outside our tent. My brother staggered in, bleeding, and pushed our father's sword into my hand. He said that if I loved him, I would run. He used the last of his strength to rip out the back of the tent and push me down the slope beyond. Some Khajiit-hating locals had blamed us for a spate of robberies in the area, and had decided to take the matter into their own hands. 12 of them had snuck up on us in the night. My brother died, but I live because of him.
Sorry, losing your brother like that must have been terrible.
Yes, that morning I lost all that was dear to me. Unfortunately, I also uncovered a side of myself I never knew existed.
Do you ever wish you had stayed and fought?
Every day,
surrounded by your fur babies, all.
Every day.
Dusty's curled up asleep in the chair next to me right now. What was your brother's name, INIGO?
His name was Fergus. I miss him very much, but part of me is glad he did not witness what became of me after his passing.
Losing him that way was bound to affect you. I'm sure he would have understood.
Maybe you are right. It is a nice thought, but I suppose I will never know.
Tell me more about your past.
I was recruited by a group of bandits a few years ago. That is when I discovered skooma. It was the beginning of a lot of nastiness.
Serves Gator is a place called Fud Pucker. Yeah, you have to be very careful how you say the name of that place.
I was with a bandit girl for a while. Turns out she was using me. She wanted protection, not affection. As soon as she found someone more psychopathic, I was dropped like a sack of troll dung.
Just be prepared to spend a little time in the bathroom.
I thought I did. We dulled each other's pain somewhat. She seemed like the only bright thing in a very dark place. Regrettably, she was a vicious, manipulative harpy. I left the bandits and took the only ally I had with me. He was also an addict, but we thought we had it under control. His name was Felix. He was a big fellow, good in his scrap. We became mercenaries together. After a few months, Felix and I had made a little gold, but our addiction to skooma was getting in the way. No one trusts an addict, my friend. Especially not another addict. From time to time my body does, but my mind is made up. I am never touching this stuff again. It helped me smother some painful memories, but it took my sense and reason as payment. It was not a fair trade.
Oh, boy. Having a bad spell of back pain all of a sudden. Something's not agreeing with my back.
There is not much to tell. He never spoke about his past, but it was clear he had also been through a great deal before becoming a bandit. That life did not seem to suit him. He had been an educated man at some point, I am sure of it. He was violent, but he had retained some dim vestige of honor. I wish we had met under different circumstances. One day, Felix burst into my chamber. Instinct took over and I reacted. His murder was my second-to-last step on the road of dishonor. Trying to kill you was my last. My journal tells the rest. Read it if you want. I do not enjoy speaking of these things. That is my story. Not a happy one, but maybe the happy stuff is still to come. When I am alone traveling the land, I often talk and sing to myself. I am good company.
Yes, you are. That hangs up too. Yeah, courtesy of Aubrey, I have some orthopedic pillows on the way. Push-ups, yeah, maybe I should try some. Yes, INIGO is very anti-skooma. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Just give me a minute.
Ask away.
Yeah, relax here for a bit.
Why not? Let me know when you are ready to move on.
All of your dogs are snoring. Oh. It's alright, I seem to have found a different way to sit that's better for my back. Sometimes laying down only makes the throbbing worse. It's that spot on my lower back that throbs sometimes. It's alright, I think I'm okay. I just need more cushioning behind my back or something. Try a hot water bottle, yeah, maybe. Okay, I think I'm alright.
Yes, my friend. Okay, talk to you later.
Take some ibuprofen for now. Yeah, I might just leave the game actually unpaused here for a while INIGO relaxes around your Vesker. I might go grab a couple of ibuprofen real quick. If you'll all excuse me for a moment while I go quiet for a minute or two.
Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts.
Okay, I'm back. It's okay. I don't intend to cut the stream short for any of you. I got up and went to the kitchen for ibuprofen, and Dusty followed me out there, then immediately followed me back here. She meowed and, yeah, chirped and trilled a little bit. I hope the microphone picked that up, because it was adorable. Dusty has the cutest little high-pitched meow. Oh, the microphone did pick up at least some of it. That's great. I do love it when you can all be witness to Dusty's cuteness. Okay, I apologize for the delay, everyone.
Come to me with questions.
My back and my spine and I have a long and terrible history. I'll pause for a minute and bring everyone up to speed on the lore of my spine in case there's anyone here who doesn't know the whole story. In my teens, my early teens, I started to develop pain in the lower area of my back, in the lumbar area. I went through a growth spurt, and apparently my spine wanted to grow much faster than the rest of me. And one day when we were out riding bikes around the neighborhood for exercise, my dad, when he was riding behind me, noticed I had a visible hump in the lower area of my back. And it turns out I had scoliosis. I had a severe curve developing in my spine. At its worst, it was about 70 degrees. And at the point where that 70-degree curve was the sharpest, the vertebrae were pinching the nerve. And on my worst days for back pain, it felt like my back was on fire. Like a burning, radiating sort of pain. And we went back and forth with the Shriners Hospital in Greenville, South Carolina. We would have to make the long drive up there to visit the hospital, take some x-rays, take some MRI scans. And after a year and a half of back and forth, they finally ultimately decided they couldn't help me. Wasted a year and a half of our time. One of your strays had her final litter of kittens. Neighbors who also care for her are going to get her fixed soon. I should get a picture of her in the chat. Scoliosis has been something you've dealt with for a while too. Oh, then you get it. You know what's up. Yeah. Oh boy, I am so sorry if I derailed stream and chat there for a while. So, after a year and a half of all that back and forth, Shriners ultimately decided they couldn't help me and sent me packing. And we referred to a local surgeon who was able to perform the surgery, which I think was only supposed to take about 3.5, maybe 4 hours. The surgery, which took place in May of 2009. We're coming up on the 17-year anniversary of the first of my many major spinal surgeries. First of all, it ended up taking longer than it was supposed to because he unexpectedly had to do some carving on apparently some apparently misshapen vertebrae. Which is all kinds of gross and messed up the more I think about it. Hope you heal. Thank you. I've been trying to heal for 17 years. Been a very painful 17 years. The surgery, which was only supposed to take about 3... Hey, hello there. Welcome back. I try to do these streams nightly or almost nightly. Glad to have you back. Good to see you. Try some dead hangs if you can. Your body weight will straighten your spine a bit. Yeah, I need to get like a chin-up bar or something. So, the surgery, which was only supposed to take about 3.5 to 4 hours, ended up dragging on for 5.5 hours. In that 5.5 hours, the straightening out of my spinal curve in my lumbar area made me gain 3.5 inches in height. I gained 3.5 inches in overall height in the space of 5.5 hours, which was surreal. It was weird. Dusty cam. Still have too many USB ports hogged up right now. I'm still trying to find the gremlin in the system with my wireless mic, so I do apologize for the lack of a dusty cam and or a face cam right now. Sorry, yeah, back issues are the worst. Oh yeah. Have you tried a brace after the surgery? We did for a while. It helped somewhat, but it was so tight it also made it difficult to breathe. Guess I could get a move on and get to where we need to go while I talk about this. I've had so many revisions, so many follow-up surgeries to correct problems with the hardware. This surgeon, who was supposedly renowned and highly respected in his field of work, everywhere we went, with all the prep, all the x-rays, all the appointments, all the MRIs and other scans we had to do, everywhere we went, everybody knew the surgeon's name. Oh yeah, Dr. So-and-so, he's one of the very, very best people in his field of work. That's what everyone said, but during one of the follow-up surgeries, he managed to puncture the film on my spine. And he closed me up without realizing what he did and sent me home with a spinal leak. I was slowly leaking spinal fluid, which pooled and made it look like I was growing a freaking camel hump on my back where the spinal fluid was pooling under my skin. If this is grossing anybody out, I do apologize. Hello, Brooke. Welcome back. Should have reported that. Yeah, we had already signed like a waiver or something, so I asked my parents years later if we could have sued him or pursued some kind of legal action against him. And I didn't think to ask it at the time. I was only an acne-ridden teenager. I wasn't very knowledgeable about that sort of thing. So years later, when I was the closest thing I'll ever be to a proper so-called adult, they just shrugged and said, oh, we don't know, maybe we could have, but we'd already signed that waiver, so all he could do was open me back up and follow up and seal the leak he caused in my spinal film. You have to understand, when you don't have the proper back pressure in your spinal fluid, the area around your brain is compressed where you're supposed to have cushioning between your brain and your skull. And during that time I was leaking spinal fluid. I experienced the worst pain I have ever been in my life. A spinal headache. Feels like you've been smacked in the head with a bowling ball. I don't know how else to describe it. Replaced waiver with admission of guilt. 'Cause that's what a waiver is sometimes. Probably could have sued based on that. So... yeah, he could have killed me. When we tried to confront him about it, I guess he let his renowned status, the respect he supposedly commanded in that field of work, go to his head. All he had to say was, basically, he didn't make mistakes like that. And when the time for the follow-up surgery to fix the leak in my spinal film came, he was conveniently out of town on leave or on vacation or something, and he let his second in command take care of that surgery. That follow-up only took about an hour and a half. They went in, fixed the leak, and an hour and a half later I was back in recovery, not feeling much worse than I already had immediately following the surgery previous to that. Only now I could sit up and no longer be in severe pain. That's despicable. Don't expose them, somebody else will. This was all the way back in 2010, and I didn't think, again, I was an acne-ridden teenager at the time. I didn't think to ask that question. In my mind, I think I just shrugged and was, I guess, in the mindset of whatever, he went in and fixed it, we're good now. Hello, bandits. I've had major spinal surgery. You can do literally nothing to hurt me, bandits. Doctor wouldn't happen to have been Christopher... Guy was a neurosurgeon who unalived countless people. No, it wasn't him. I don't know if I should say his name on stream. Malpractice, yeah. The man literally bailed. His second in command was better. Oh yeah, he went right in, had me fixed up in no time, and I was immediately feeling much better after the revision. Oh, I'm about to get myself killed by these bandits, and I don't even care. I thought about doing a stream where I just have a face cam and I just answer questions and we just chat and stream for hours on end. Or people could just roast me on stream and...
Oh well. Must have run off.
Just say his name. I think he's retired now. I don't even know if he's still alive. He was already well stricken in years when he did my surgery years ago. Ow, 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 ow. Gonna backtrack a little bit. Sociopath. So, the more recent revisions I've had, the most recent one being in early 2019, was done by a different doctor at UAB, University of Alabama in Birmingham, who was much better. He was right to the point. Okay, we're going to go in and do this, and you're going to feel better. He seemed way more confident and to the point. Imp stool plus Canis root makes a paralysis poison, which is a lifesaver when you're getting overwhelmed. Yeah, I should mess around with alchemy some more this playthrough. Alchemy isn't something I've used much in any playthrough. I should change that. Okay. Got some more cushioning behind my lower back, so I'm starting to feel a little better. I don't mean to keep picking up these crappy weapons. So everyone, everywhere, just be thankful for your health. Ow.
Are you prepared to die?
Whatever you're going through, just be glad you at least aren't like me. If you're not like me, you're doing okay.
We're expecting that.
Oh, hurry up and die. Thank you. Add. Any plans? What are you going to do to help your back? And do you mind if I... No, I don't mind at all. I welcome all the help I can get. Thank you. City is building a giant hospital by the Lilly Medical Building in Indianapolis. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. What have you missed so far tonight? We're recovering fragments of Wuthrod for the companions. Need a conjure weapon spell. I think I learned Bound Sword. I thought about revisiting my surgeon in Birmingham and having him take a look at the spot in question. There's a specific spot on my lower back that throbs. The racist axe, yeah. When that spot throbs, sometimes my head throbs and actually causes me nausea. When I had that spinal headache condition, when I was leaking spinal fluid years ago, courtesy of my supposedly renowned surgeon, that was the only time in my life I've ever been in pain so bad it just instantly made me throw up. Back issues and how he potentially could have died. 55 in September, so you're developing all kinds of health issues, but nothing that involves chronic pain. Too tired to talk about the stupid axe. I was gonna say, if we're all just role-playing and joking around, that's one thing, but if anyone's being even a little bit serious, don't. Definitely pay that guy another visit. That's not a good sign. Yeah. See that doctor. Yeah. Wish I could just exchange this spine for a new one. This one's defective. This one came in with a lot of duct tape on it. What is that? I think it's a spine. Well, it's defective. We should give him a new one. Yeah, we should. If we ever make it to that cool sci-fi future where we can grow new tissue, I hope one of the things they can do is properly regrow bone matter, bone tissue. That would be cool. Keep effing up your playthroughs. Make him a cyborg. Have depression, but don't have anyone close to you who can actually talk to about it. Best you can do is be silly online. Oh, you can vent all you need to here online. My chat thread is a venting space. As long as we're just like joking around and role-playing. Yeah. And if you have to, you have to. Vent all you need to. Exercises help quite a bit. Yeah. Woken up in a surgery. Oh gosh! Apples and peanut butter. Ooh! Guys ever see guard tails? Can't say that I have. Yeah, just keep sticking your head out there, man. Oops. Okay, that's why I like archery tweaks. Those matrix dodges are really, really stupid. Going to bed, getting up early. Alright. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Rest fantastically well. Seeing your chest open. Oh, gosh. That sounds terrifying. Thank you. I think I may have misplaced INIGO once again. Whoops. One of your cats is laying next to me. Ah. Oh, boy. Normally my back agrees just fine with this gaming chair I got not long ago. And 48, still stuck on this portfolio. Fainted when you saw that. Gosh. I can't imagine. Okay, INIGO, where did I misplace you? Why is he back over there? Oh, I left him relaxing at your Vasker. Whoops. Okay, we have White River Watch as a fast travel destination. Whoops. No wonder I'm having such a hard time fighting these bandits. I don't have INIGO helping me because I'm an idiot. Ask where I'm from. I'm from, Northwest Florida. Some people tell me I sound like I'm not from there. I don't know why that is. A lot of my mom's side of the family had a noticeable southern accent to them. And my dad and his family are all from Ohio. So maybe I have a little bit of a Midwesterner sound in my voice that I'm not aware of. Alright, have a good rest of your night, and thank you very much for that. Rest well. Didn't give you the right amount of anesthesia gas. Oh gosh. Brain was saying light Scottish accent. I will tell you, my grandfather on my dad's side, who I actually never met, he died years before I was ever born. According to my dad, though, he was quite certain that that side of the family, his side of the family, was from Scotland. So, maybe I have a little hint of Scottish in my accent that I'm not aware of. Eventually recover. So you get the cast taken off and go home shortly afterwards. It's the first thing you do when I get home, get right back on that lawn tractor and break it all over. Oh gosh! Well, yeah. According to my grandfather on my dad's side, that side of the family was of Scottish origin. Busted your head open on school playground in the 4th grade. Brain eventually got convinced it was just a bump and didn't react much. Wow. Gotta pay attention to those head injuries, though. They need to be taken seriously. Oh, gosh. It would be unfair of the hospital to assume that, though.
Stinky wolf. Down, doggy.
Your friend screamed and said your head was bleeding. What? No idea you could have an accident if you didn't grow up there. Yeah. I might also be talking with a slight lisp. One of the many complications I had as a small kid was needing palate surgery when I was very young. And to this day, I still have a little pinhole in the roof of my mouth that makes me talk with a lisp that sometimes you can and can't hear. That's when you started to freak out, yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah, one of these nights I might do a stream where I'm not even playing Skyrim. I'll just put on the face cam and we'll all just sit and chat. Again, I apologize for the lack of a face cam and or dusty cam these past few streams while I work out some technical bugs. Hello, Boney's cousin. Goodbye, Boney's cousin. Hello, literal Boney. Goodbye, literal Boney.
I'll see you burn.
I think this is what we were born to do. Depressing.
So sort of love hearing you in your house. Oh, glad to hear that. Get there. Only serious injury you ever have had was your car crash. Oh gosh. Sometimes use these streams for sleeping anyway. Almost popped your eye out when you busted your head open. The injury was right above your right eye. Oh gosh. Cat is making it very hard to draw. Like where I usually have your elbow. Draw on a tablet. Oh. One of my hobbies outside of gaming is making things out of paracord. Which I haven't done a whole lot since we took Dusty in. I can't imagine trying to make something out of paracord now with Dusty trying to chase the cord. Oh, she would make it so difficult.
Something troubling you?
Any thoughts on this standing stone, Inigo?
The ritual stone doesn't do anything. Nothing at all. Let us move along now. Do not touch it. Honestly, it is broken. If you need anything else, just ask.
Inigo got an ice spike through the gut. Yeah. 2 major surgeries. One of them was to take out your tonsils, and the other was to fix your broken collarbone. Oh, gosh. Almost had to wear an eye patch if you had hit your head a bit lower. Wow. Making your tibia at 13 is the most pain you've ever felt in your life. Oh, I can only imagine. Gosh. Yeah. I would still maintain worst pain I've ever felt was that spinal headache. That was unbelievable.
My friend, I feel strange.
Ah, speaking of which.
My mind is vibrating in my skull. It feels like it is at the end of a hook.
Are you okay?
I do not know. Wait, the sensation is receding. That was horrible.
How do you feel? What was that all about?
I'm okay. I have no idea what it was. All of a sudden, there was a bright flash, and it felt like my mind was being pulled out of my ears.
That doesn't sound good. If it happens again, let me know.
Do not worry about me, my friend. Let us get back to it.
Why am I getting so angry about this years later? Okay, certain people who shall remain nameless, who I was supposed to be able to count on in my time of crisis, were inconvenienced by me keeping them awake while I was sobbing, bawling in pain from that spinal headache. They told me it was just my sinuses and that I need to go back to sleep. Meanwhile, I was literally throwing up from being in pain. The person in question only admitted years later, while reading about causes of different headaches, finally said, "Wow, you really did have a bad headache that night." Out of nowhere they said that. I said, "Yes, I did." But now you only believe me years later after the fact. Almost cut your thumb off with a pocket knife. Jeez! Hit the floor hard enough to break it. Thought it was all a dream that had happened. Don't remember any pain or anything like that. Woke up with the doll from your dream and that was how you found out you broke your collarbone. Wow. Said, didn't feel any pain. Your mom had to tell you it wasn't a dream. Gee whiz. People can be so inconsiderate and cruel. Yes, especially when they're inconvenienced. I didn't ask to have a spinal headache in the middle of the night. Worst pain I've ever felt in my life, and I was told it was just a sinus headache. Oh, but hey, we're playing Skyrim, yay. Rather appropriate that we would be at the part where INIGO starts to experience headaches himself. Gary, aka Smart Blue Cat, INIGO's brilliant creator and voice actor, himself has spoken of having back pain in real life. One more way I relate to him. Great, now you have a headache. Oh gosh, it's contagious, I'm sorry. Broke your toe and your dad thought it was just a bruise, now you have a deformed pinky toe. Gosh! Tomorrow is Taco Thursday. This diner you try to be a regular at, so might sleep early tonight and head there for lunch. Ooh, enjoy. Man, a taco sounds good right now. Don't think I have anything on hand to make them at home. Ooh, I do still have some sliced turkey and cheddar cheese. Maybe I'll have a late night hit of protein and calcium after the stream. INIGO, fourth wall break. Yeah. I think that's one way he somewhat breaks the fourth wall by talking about the ritual stone. Hope you guys are having a better Wednesday than I am. Oh gosh. Have a hiccup and headaches. Hope you're having a better Wednesday.
It is happening again. My mind is vibrating. It feels like it is on the end of a rope. Wait, I see something. A cabin? Trees? A face? It is fading. It is under the rug. Ah! Thank the gods. It is weakening. Oh. It is over. Ow.
What did you see? If you need to vent there about why you're having a crappy Wednesday, feel free. Sorry to hear that. Love INIGO and his voice actor, he needs people helping him on the mod. Need to know who the Doomstrider is. Ah, real life. Instead of going through less pain with experience, it's instead the opposite, yeah. Think the Doomstrider could be the Dragonborn. That's what I was wondering too. I think Smart Blue Cat himself said that wasn't going to be the case.
I saw brief flashes of a cabin in the snow. It was surrounded by trees. What is happening to me?
Yes, Stephen, if you need to vent about why you're not having a good Wednesday, please do. You're always welcome to vent in this stream. Did you recognize the cabin?
No, but something about the landscape was familiar. I wish I could remember where I have seen it before.
You said it is under the rug. What were you talking about?
Yes, something small and shiny. A coin? A ring? No, I cannot remember. I think my brain is broken.
That's alright, Inigo. I know my brain is broken. Did you see anything else?
A man, perhaps? A bearded man. I did not recognize him. The flashes were very fast and confusing.
Ah, yes, the exact treatment I got with my condition all those years ago. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Let's move on.
Okay. If it does happen again and my brain tries to escape through my nose, push it back in, please.
You're gonna say that your Wednesday has been bad because you've been in severe pain all day from something that originated yesterday. Oh gosh. Sorry to hear that. Well, if you need to vent, if you need to rant, you are more than welcome to do so. All our brains are broken. Don't worry, Inigo, you're not alone. Yeah. Seconded. Hope you feel better soon. Autism and potential ADHD, and what a broken brain is like. That's not necessarily brokenness, although the indifferent or downright mean world might perceive it that way. It's just a different way of thinking.
Already on weapon, my friend.
Nothing wrong with that. Though the world may not see it that way because the world sucks. Man, Inigo's not playing around. He does way more damage than I do. Hate sounding like a frog. Somebody able to tolerate it? Yeah.
This is not a game, you ugly fool. If this is your best, you are in big trouble. You're not my type.
I'm gonna rip you. I can take it.
Yes, yes. Oh, just die already. Thank you. Really easy to be a goofball on the internet. Yeah. I miss my archery tweaks mod. I miss actually hitting where I'm aiming. Now that's more like it. I don't want to brag, but that was a rather nice shot. Thank goodness for whoever realized that mixing up some salts and hot water would be a good combo. Ah. Keep comparing your brain right now to a sometimes over-caffeinated squirrel on a hamster wheel, and sometimes the squirrel takes a break or is protesting in anger. My mind is just like 37 different voices all shouting at each other at the top of their lungs. And thus I can't understand what any of them are saying. Khajiit are pretty good on survival. Being able to eat raw meat without getting sick. Oh, okay. And the warmth bonus. Ah, survival mode lets their fur coat come into play. That's interesting. Autism, ADHD, and depression. Wow. One of the worst parts of depression is just thinking. Need to adjust how I'm sitting again. Sorry. I apologize, I need a minute. Ooh, Star Wars trivia, do tell. I got to go in for a diagnosis, I'm sorry. All I can do is take my time. Thank you. Everyone watching this stream, just be thankful every day for your health. So those insults for your shoes because your feet are screaming in pain anymore. Been like this since a week before your 30th birthday. Sorry to hear that. Don't know yet that I need to end the stream early. If I can sit a certain way, I can be reasonably comfortable. Oh. Yes, thank you very much. There's a certain spot on my back where if I apply a little bit of pressure, sometimes the throbbing will stop. It seems to be doing it. I was actually starting to shake and starting to sweat. I'm sure sorry I don't have a dusty cam tonight. She looks so peaceful in the recliner next to my gaming chair. Thank you all for sticking with me. I have to call 911? No, I've been through this before. Unfortunately. I wish we lived in a world with cartoon physics, where I could call my surgeon from years ago, and as soon as he picked up the phone, I could shove my hand through the phone, and my hand would pop out of the phone on his end of the line with an extended middle finger proudly displayed. Just panicking? Are you alright there? Talking with all of you nightly is always wonderful. Thank you all. It's alright. If I can just find the right arrangement for all these pillows I have behind my back, I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm alright. Applying pressure to my lower back seemed to help. Some cushioning here. Just a second. Don't anyone go doxing themselves. Have fun and chat, but don't dox yourself. Been doxed years ago. Uh-oh. Okay. I rearranged some pillows behind my lower back. I think I'm doing better now. Never add online people to your personal Snapchat. Messed up your life for a couple of years. Gosh. Sorry to hear. Not something you plan on sharing here, yeah. / I had a stroke. Most of us in here are old farts. Doing better now, that's all that matters. Good. I said your real name a while... I what? Did you publish your real name, or did I just unknowingly say it? We're all young at heart. Amen. On the whole scale of things, I'm not that old, but I feel like my body's already failing in ways only an older person's would. I remember funny, that's because you're a kid, I think. Skyrim's not boring when you have INIGO on board. I just said it. Oh. I think it was a company name or something that just so happened to be a real name. Okay.
Maybe we should ready our weapons, just in case.
Oh, we're alright, INIGO.
Uh-huh. Okay, then.
Still 10 at heart. Ah. Took out your green Luke Skywalker lightsaber replica. Followed his movements in the final battle against Vader. May 4th, done right. Gonna name your future son INIGO. Yes! Long as you don't name him Jazargo. Said it a bunch of streams ago talking about something and said your name. Okay. But my question is, did I like say it unknowingly? Oh really, you said it was a company. Okay, yeah.
Tiny blades don't hurt enough. A sword needs weight. But
Still keep buying figurines and plushies now that you have the money. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having a hobby. May or may not have said your real name. Oh,
Have you been bringing the battle to the Silver Hand, friend? I wish I could be there.
why yes. In fact, I just took care of that group of Silverhand.
Excellent. Looks like you've really driven them into hiding. Keep this up. We'll wipe them out yet.
Looking for work.
And there is more work to be done. But I fear that Kodlak's gotten wind of our recent efforts. He's asked to see you. My advice, always be honest with the old man. But don't tell him anything he doesn't need to know.
Starts with E. Okay. Can't name him after the Mage Cat. Could you imagine someone named Jazargo in middle school? Abigail. Okay. Good to meet you, Abigail. I was downloading mod and 1 hour playing. I might have said my real first name on stream before. Bro, can you go to Riften, please? Oh, we have to swing by there eventually.
I avoid
At least for INIGO's sake, because he likes it there so much.
in the air. I think it's just too close to the border.
Your first name is Rayloff. Mr. Codlex, whoa!
I hear you've been busy of late.
Ayla and I work to avenge Skjor's death.
Your hearts are full of grief.
Dusty's real
My own
name isn't
roots are the
Dusty.
loss of Skjor. But his death was avenged long ago. You have taken more lives than honor demanded. The cycle of retaliation may continue for some time. In any case,
Oh yeah, don't go
I have a test.
doxing yourself.
Have you heard the story of how we came to be werewolves?
Skjor said it was a blessing from her scene. Vilkas said it was a curse.
The boy has a nugget of truth, but the reality is more complicated than that.
But that's just Skyrim
It
physics.
always is.
So what is the truth then?
The companions are nearly 5,000 years old. This matter of beast blood has only troubled us for a few hundred. One of my predecessors was a good but short-sighted man. He made a bargain with the witches of Glenmoral Coven. If the companions would hunt in the name of their lord Hircine, we would be granted great power.
And they became werewolves.
They did not believe the change would be permanent. The witches offered payment, like anyone else. But we had been deceived.
Aren't you more powerful now? Also, the witches should be hunted down for their trickery. Take a minute to catch up on chat. Technically, my name's biblical, too. Missed the stuff flying around. If you rewind just a little bit, it wasn't that long ago.
We'll get to that. It's not so simple as just killing them, though. The disease, you see, affects not just our bodies. It seeps into the spirit. Upon death, werewolves are claimed by Hircine for his hunting grounds. For some, this is a paradise. They want nothing more than to chase prey with their master for eternity. And that is their choice. But I am still a true Nord, and I wish for Sovngarde as my spirit home.
Is there a way to cure yourself?
That's what I've spent my twilight years trying to find out. And now I've found the answer. The witch's magic ensnared us, and only their magic can release us. They won't give it willingly, but we can extract their foul powers by force. I want you to seek them out. Go to their coven in the wilderness. Strike them down as a true warrior of the wild. And bring me their heads, the seat of their abilities. From there, we may begin to undo centuries of impurity.
It shall be done.
Good. Now move quickly, and don't leave any of them alive.
Okay, modern gaming, yeah. The current state of games is extremely very not good. You alright there, INIGO?
You want to talk?
Definitely something, and whatever it is, it's definitely beyond our ability to grasp. In the slightest. Oh.
Let us go.
Okay, where are we headed to murderize the Glenmoril witches? Meet me in real life, you don't look your age up. I've been told I look younger than I am, too. I'm trying to pay attention to chat and play the dang game at the same time. Fear the day you have to pay taxes? Yeah. Have to have at least a little facial hair, otherwise you look 12.
You are better with that bow than you were.
Thank y'all. Stuff this customer is taking. Co-worker said they used her ID jokingly. The guy said she looked 30. She's 18. He said he didn't mean to call her old. Gee whiz.
My friend, my mind is being tugged again. It is very strong this time. I see wooden posts upright in the snow. A tower. I recognize the tower. I see the cabin again. The door is locked tight. It is receding. It is over. For now. My head is pounding. Ow.
We need to get to the bottom of this.
I agree. I think I know where to start. I saw a ruined tower in the snow. I think I camped there once long ago.
Okay, where is this tower?
The tower is a short hike from Dawnstar. It is called Snow Point Beacon. It is nothing special from what I remember, but I think it is close to the source of these embarrassing episodes. I understand if we are too busy, but what do you say? Shall we go?
Okay, INIGO, let's go.
Thank you, my friend.
You and I are thinking the same thing. Let's go ahead and help INIGO.
Trust the map. Let us go.
I relate so much to what INIGO's going through right now. Don't have a fast travel destination near Dawnstar. I wonder if the carriage we can hire at Whiterun is able to take us there. Enemies nearby, of course. Probably one slaughterfish out in the lake somewhere keeping us from fast traveling. I think the last conversation we just had with Kodlak is, well, the last conversation we technically have. I think it's while we're away getting the slaughtering the Glenmoril witches that, unfortunately, the attack at Jorvaskr happened. Helps in many ways. Good that it helps. Alright, let's see if this guy can take me.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Take us to Dawnstar.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
All good. Restless nights. Huh. Don't even drink. Same.
Let's hurry it up.
My experience with painkillers,
Ask for better weather.
so-called relaxers during all my complicated medical history taught me that I value being in my right mind too much. I intend to stay sober. I don't ever want to get caught up in any kind of drugs or alcohol. Frequencies, maybe. Being mistaken for an 8-year-old. played that track from one of the tracks from that ambient mixed in front of your cat. And his eyes closed and he opened them and looked at your phone attentively like he heard and saw the music. Yeah. Yep, cats can hear things emitted on frequencies that a human ear can't detect. So can dogs. They both have an incredible sense of hearing. No, you're fine, you're fine. No need to be sorry. You don't smoke either. My advice is keep it that way. Hello, welcome back. Quit smoking in 2003. Good for you. Friend vapes, but each time you try to get him to stop vaping when you hang out with it. Yeah. Some of those vapes contain carcinogenic stuff just the same as cigarettes. Thought the whole point of vaping was to help people stop smoking. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you everyone for sticking with me. Sorry about the delays. Well, doing something I never thought I would, but I'm actually using the footrest on my gaming chair. Propping my feet up seems to be helping.
Ow! Who is pulling my brain? I wish they would stop it. Ah.
You catch him vaping in your bathroom? He's vaping in your place without asking?
I can smell adventure everywhere. This land is full of it.
I know, I just know it's not the most pleasant thing to watch when I'm going through this crap.
It's inevitable. Survival.
Vapes in the school bathroom? Gosh.
Not.
My old job years ago, people would just try to vape indoors without even asking if they could. Sure enough, one of us would tell them to stop. And people who vape say the same thing every single time when you tell them they're not allowed to vape wherever you are. They always say, it's not real smoke. I didn't ask you if it was real smoke. I told you to stop vaping. Stopped for about a year now. Wow. Trying so hard to quit vaping, yeah. Both your step siblings have several tiny humans each. Wow. In my condition, the best I can do right now is a cat. My parents are like, when are we going to have grandkids? You have a grandkitten. Best I can do right now.
Ah, not again. Stay where you are, Brain. Stay where you are. Ow.
Oh, poor Inigo. Oh, and we're also coincidentally passing by one of the places we'll have to come back to later for the companion's quest.
I hope my mind vibrations are not leading us into a trap, my friend.
Wow, I see a bunch of you telling your stories about quitting. Compliments to all of you. Quitting is one of the hardest things a person can ever do, whether it's smoking or alcohol or drugs or whatever.
My mind problem.
What was that?
Filthy bandit scum. You failed to hit me. You clipped a whisker.
I'll show you a real fight.
I could take you blindfolded. Okay, this is Snow Point Beacon. Next, we need to find the wooden posts I saw. They must be close.
Any clues?
In my vision, the posts were worn and weather-beaten. According to my nose, all the wood here seems to have been cut fairly recently. I can also smell stone, and ice, and you, and... Wait, I can smell old timber. This way, my friend.
Ah, Inigo's nose knows.
The source of my mind vibrations is east of here. I am sure of it. The cabin must be nearby. These are the posts from my vision. Come on, let's follow them. No, but we are on the right path. I am glad you are by my side. Let us push on.
Feel sluggish all of a sudden. You okay there? Take something if you need to, if you're feeling unwell, if you have something that'll help you. Very antisocial person. Same. I can interact okay here online, but... I'm not very good at it in person. Langley annoys me. Yep, same. This location added by a mod, or is this a place in vanilla Skyrim? I think it's added by the mod, but I could be mistaken. Cabin is exclusive to the INIGO mod, yeah. I think we were wondering about Snow Point Beacon, though. Oh, Valen, let us know how you're doing. I'm not doing so good, you guys. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat at the moment. I'll get back to it in a minute. I'm really sorry, you guys. I might have to stop early, I don't know yet. Sometimes laying down makes the throbbing in my head worse. I actually do better if I can sit a certain way. Yes, all of you feel better soon, please. If I put pressure on my back in a certain way, it helps. Need to have the doctor take a look at that specific area on my back. Is it a muscle thing? Is it a nerve thing? Is it a blood flow thing? Is it the hardware they put on my spine years ago? I'm starting to feel better now that I'm putting pressure on my back. Get some rest. Yeah, that's just it. On nights when this happens, it's impossible to sleep, and I end up really sleep deprived and exhausted the next day. Yeah, I might do that. Again, I leaned forward a bit and started putting pressure on my back, and that seems to be helping. Again, I'm just looking at chat kind of on and off. I also won't be able to sleep for at least a few hours because, as per my usual practice, I've been caffeinating a little bit while I play. Let Dusty do the bread packing on your back. Yeah. And this is just one of my laundry list of health issues. I won't talk about it too much, but there's genetic things that run in my family that make us really tall and skinny and have some other health complications. If I stopped and tried to lay down right now, it actually might only get worse. Thank you all for sticking with me for this long. Funnily enough, I might actually have too much cushioning behind my back. Leaning back on these pillows might be causing me to slouch too much. Heart emoji. Thank you. You guys are wonderful. Wish I could hug each and every one of you. Do I have a physical therapist? I have a place I was referred to where there's a bunch of therapists who can help me out. It's a clinic, actually not that far away from here. I should talk to my doctor and see if the referral to them is still good. Whoops. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time, propping myself in a different way. Hate to ditch the stream when you're all being so awesome. These streams have the only people you talk to that aren't immediate family. Here are some hearts for all of you. Same. Same. I will join you in sending a bunch of heart emojis. You're all wonderful, I want you to know that. Okay. See if we can at least make it to Langley's cabin. For some reason you want peanut butter right now. Oh, I've done that sometimes. Sometimes late at night before I go to sleep, I'll just have a big heaping spoonful of peanut butter. Mammoth jump scare. Dusty just looked at me funny. Ah. Have a granola bar when you wake up and a granola bar before. Never seen a mammoth out that way. Me neither. That's a first. Oh yes, you can vent about anything you need to in here. It's a flame atronach, huh?
More mind vibrations. The source is at the top of these steps. I can feel it.
Inigo, I relate to you so strongly right now. How cute Inigo is. He's adorable. Really don't really understand my love of video games like all of you do. Yeah. The enemy you see here scales with player level. Huh. Maybe. Just in this particular area, I've never seen a mammoth come charging out of nowhere like that.
Thank the gods. I am not crazy. There it is. The cabin I saw. My friend, I bet you 100 septims the door is locked tight. I think I have a solution, though.
We could just knock.
Maybe there is danger inside. If there is, I would rather it did not know we were coming.
Ah, fair enough.
During one of my painful episodes, I said, "It is under the rug." Remember? Give me a moment. Yes, here it is, a key. Back home, my mother used to keep a spare in the same place. Why don't you do the honors? My hands are uncharacteristically shaky for some reason.
I'm ready if you are.
Okay, let us see what is inside.
Definitely crazy, Inigo. Inigo's crazy, but in a way we all love.
Is that a picture of me? What is this place? Let us look around.
He's mad, but all the best people are. Favorite video game? Is Langley in the base game? No, he's part of the INIGO mod. And, same as INIGO, is voiced by Gary Hesketh from Scotland. A.K.A. Smart Blue Cat. That's him voicing both characters and doing an impressively good job at two very different sounding characters.
This is unsettling, but I do not sense danger here.
Well, now we know what Langley reads before he goes to sleep at night. And as an Argoni in this playthrough, I take particular offense.
That man over there, I saw him during one of my episodes. This room smells like forgotten memories. Maybe we should wake the owner. This room smells like forgotten memories. Maybe we should wake the owner.
Alright, let's talk to this jerk again.
Oh my, you're here. I was beginning to lose hope.
Yes, it is I, Dragonborn. What seems to be the problem?
What? Dragon Bum? No, not you, you lumbering lizard. Him. Get out of the way. Inigo? Is it really you? Or am I dreaming?
That is my name, and let me tell you this. If you insult my friend again, I will be forced to harm you. Do we have an understanding?
Booyah!
My apologies. I am often too terse for my own good. I mean nothing by it, I assure you.
Okay, my friend here is the legendary Dragonborn.
Booyah.
He deserves your respect.
I see. Well, I'm sure you make quite the team, Inigo, but it's you who I've been seeking all these years. I'm so glad you're still alive.
Who are you? Why have you been seeking me?
My name is Langley. Langley Longseer to some. Dear boy, I have much to tell you. How did you find me?
I started to get brief, painful visions a while ago. They showed me flashes of this place. And you. I also felt a nasty tugging sensation.
Ha! The spell works. Not quite as was intended, but it got you here in the end. I was about ready to string that conjuration mage up by his toes.
You summoned me? I have to tell you, your spell needs work.
I've been trying to locate you for quite some time. I even traveled to Riverhold. I found your parents shortly after they died, gods rest their souls. Oh dear, you do know about that, don't you?
They were killed protecting a trading caravan. I heard. You were there?
Yes. I am so sorry for your loss. For all your losses. In a way, I've been traveling with you. Just a step behind.
Did my mother and father die well?
They met their end with dignity. I was the one who found them, and I made sure they had a fine burial. They died holding hands.
Why were you there? Were you looking for me even then?
I had hoped they could lead me to you. I continued to track you for years. Then the trail went cold after I found your brother.
You found Fergus? How? Have you always been hiding in my past, haunting every step I take? Why? I do not know you. What do you want from me?
I've come to know you very well. I am your friend, Inigo. Perhaps the greatest friend you have. We are destined to work together.
I already have the only friend I need.
You don't understand. There's a great evil coming. I don't know when exactly, but it is close. I've seen it in my dreams. You are there too. You are the champion destined to destroy the Doomstrider.
What are you talking about? The Doomstrider?
Yes, the very avatar of destruction and death. The demon that has plagued my dreams for decades.
I need to sit down.
Take a seat, rest, and I'll tell you all I know. I've been keeping a note of everything.
I am sorry, my friend. I need a moment. My legs are a little wobbly all of a sudden.
Go and sit down. It is a lot to take in, I know. Make no mistake, INIGO. You are safe here. You both are. INIGO and I have much to discuss. I don't wish to be rude, but perhaps it's best if you leave us to it for a bit. In fact, if you could do something for me, I'd be most grateful.
I'd rather stay with INIGO.
INIGO may trust you, but I don't know you at all, and I'd rather speak to him alone for a bit. Much of what I have to say is personal. If you're half the friend he thinks you are, I'm sure you understand. I'm not asking you to go very far, I just need you to get something for me. Eggs. Glad to be of use, eh? Good. I need snow thrush eggs. 6 should do the trick. They often boost my visions, allowing me to see further into the future. If INIGO is here, then maybe the Doomstrider is finally preparing to strike. We must be ready. There are at least 8 nests outside my home. You shouldn't need to go very far. I hope you don't mind heights. They are usually rather elevated. Come back to me when you have 6 eggs, no fewer. Find 8, and I'll give you something precious for your trouble. I don't appreciate your inability to pay attention. I already apologized for my initial greeting. It is not my fault you weren't listening. I can't help that. Emotional honesty has always been my greatest weakness. I have a fiery temperament I can't always control. Anyway, we're wasting time. I need to talk to INIGO, and you, if you would be so kind, need to find those eggs. Search up high, and try not to fall off anything.
Taking a minute to look at chat. Yeah, I think Smart Blue Cat himself confirmed the Dragonborn is not going to be the Doomstrider. Langley doesn't need eggs, he needs a therapist. And a slap to the face. Alright, go on Langley's fake fetch quest. Yay! I think it's left somewhat ambiguous whether or not we know Langley's telling the whole truth. Langley is only lying about needing eggs. Yeah. Yes, and he's jealous. Tired, going to bed. Alright, rest well. Rest fantastically well and stay healthier than me. Ow. Langley is just a jealous Grinch, yeah. Langley, that's not how chairs work.
Well done, you got the eggs. Very good.
Here, take them.
What? I didn't need eggs, I just needed you out of the house for a bit so we could talk. Keep them. Turn them into an omelette for all I care. Anyway,
you donkey orifice.
And he's persuaded me that you can be trusted. It seems we three are in this together. I've given him my notes, and I'm sure he'll let you read through everything. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Maybe you should talk to INIGO first, though.
Good job getting those eggs, my friend. This Langley fellow may be a bit rude and gruff, but he's on our side. He gave me these. He found my father's journal, can you believe it? He also gave me 2 books he's written about his search for me. They contain a lot of information about how important I am. They are very good books, but also sad. Apparently, I have my own prophecy. If you want to hear more about it, I'll tell you what I know. Langley says we are going to save the world. That is, of course, unless you think we have something better to do.
How does your head feel now? Better than mine, I hope.
It is still a little tender. Oh, that reminds me. You should ask Langley about the summon spell that has been causing my mind vibrations. He has a spare copy. Maybe he will let you give it a go. My mind is not keen on the idea, but I think a spell like that could be useful, my friend. Those items on the shelves Langley salvaged from my past bring back some good memories. The witches those skulls belonged to were very energetic. Removing their heads slowed them down. Blowaft's club still smells a little. He was the most odorsome giant I have ever put an end to. That helmet up there was only a little harder than the head of its owner. Luckily, the neck beneath it was quite soft. I will never forget fighting that dragon outside Whiterun. It was exhilarating and terrifying in equal measure. When you absorbed its soul, I think my throat and bowels briefly exchanged places. I am still recovering. This place smells safe and fascinating. I will tell you what I know. Okay, the INIGO prophecy. Somewhere out there in the world, there is a very nasty being gathering its strength. If left unchecked, it will grow until its evil influence burns away all that is good in this world. It has appeared in Langley's dreams for many years. Often as a gigantic figure striding through the land, leaving nothing but pain, anguish, and death in its wake. He calls it the Doomstrider. In the same dream, he sometimes sees a handsome blue Khajiit defeat the menace with his help. He calls this fellow the Champion. That is me, my friend. Much of Langley's prophecy is hazy, and he says that sometimes his dreams show more than one possible outcome. But now he and I have finally met. He believes we stand a good chance of preventing much suffering.
Same, Animus. People tell me I should talk more, and then I try to talk more, and they ignore me altogether or talk over me.
What details can I help you with? Not much, I'm afraid. Langley is the man to ask about that. All I know is that I am destined to fight whatever or whoever it is. I hope you will be at my side when the time comes, my friend. Of course, I will do my best to keep this from interfering with my debt to you.
I'm with you all the way, INIGO.
It warms my heart to hear you say that, my friend. With your help, I know I can finally put some good back into this world. They are called In Search of a Champion and Da Vinci's Journal. My father wrote the journal, and Langley wrote In Search of a Champion. Langley's books contain the story of his search for me, and a few tales about Fergus and I. The journal is my father's personal account of our upbringing. In my opinion, the books are informative and quite moving. Not much, I'm afraid. Langley is... I hope you will be at my side when the time comes, my friend. Of course, I will do my best to keep this... Like all Khajiit, my physical characteristics were probably determined by the moons at my birth. I seem to be the product of a very rare celestial alignment that only occurs briefly, every few hundred years or so. In the backward village where I was born, a blue child was seen as a bad moon omen. I would have been sacrificed if my birth mother had not smuggled Fergus and I away. We were not identical, but we were twins. Perhaps his life was forfeit by association. Whatever the case, I like to think that my birth mother could not bear the idea of separating us. I can only guess that there was enough time between our births for the moons to shift. Langley thinks the alignment that produced me may only last for a few moments. I am incredibly unique, my friend. What would you like to know? He is interesting. Langley has dreams that often come true. He usually foresees the beginning, the middle, or the end of a future event, but never all three. So he may know that a man at the market will get into a fight, but he won't know why. Or he will see a dead man at the market, but not know how he died. To make matters worse, he sometimes sees two or more possible endings. Until we met, he couldn't be sure that we ever would. He is understandably relieved. Ever since I appeared in his dreams, he has been looking for me. All he knew in the beginning was that the champion was Khajiit, avoided death at an early age, and had blue fur. He finally heard about a remote village among the shifting sands of elsewhere that ritualistically sacrifices any child born among their number whose fur is blue. He deduced that the champion was likely a blue child from this village that somehow escaped their fate. He set off in search of the village, but on the way he found Riverhold and heard about me. This was a few years after Fergus and I left to find our fortune though, so he began tracking us. Along the way he heard tales about my brother and I. He even collected mementos from our endeavors. You can see a few of them over there on those shelves by the chest. After finding Fergus, lying among the remains of our camp, he lost track of me. The years went by, and he grew weary. He eventually returned here and employed a group of adventurers to continue the search for me and to look for any signs of the Doomstrider. He also paid a conjuration mage to concoct a summon INIGO spell. My mind vibrations were the result of him trying unsuccessfully to use the spell. What would you like to know? We wait for Langley to receive more information either from his sources or his dreams. When he hears something new, he will let us know. He will use the summon spell to vibrate my mind again. My mind is not looking forward to it.
Yes, you can absolutely be your true self. Oh yes, good night, if it's not too late to say.
Idea. Would people
Only when they start it. Ah, hypocrisy at its finest.
The corpse could perhaps dig its own grave. Practical.
Same, my presence and whatever I have going on seems to annoy certain members of my family. You guys, I might take your advice and call it a little bit earlier than normal tonight. There's a different chair I can sit in the living room where I know if I sit a certain way I can get some relief. Which, funnily enough, is Dusty's other favorite chair. Mind, sometimes try to sway back to religion by saying, this guy erasing out. Ah. There's a lot of, for a lack of a less corny sounding word, charlatans out there who pretend to be in tune with that sort of thing, but they're all TV preachers, televangelists who just want you to make a pledge of $1,000. Guys like that should be put in jail.
Note, the horses in Skyrim possess unequaled climbing abilities. Theories. Long ago, goats and wild horses, taking shelter from the cold, together.
Jeez, Langley. I think I'm gonna save and quit right here for the night, you guys. Yeah, the people who try the hardest to force you into it are the ones who are trying the hardest to pretend to be something that they're not. It's not something that can be forced on a person. Despise televangelists. Well, between my back pain and our dislike for televangelists, hope you start feeling better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you all feel well. As well. There was no less convoluted way to say that. Yes, everyone rest fantastically well. Thank you for the conversation and the positivity and support. Speaking of televangelists, though, and our dislike for them, let's end on a positive spin on some extremely immature humor that I find very funny. There was a certain televangelist named Robert Tilton who would pretend to receive divine messages telepathically. He would close his eyes and give long pauses. He was a total faker. All he wanted to do was trick gullible elderly people into sending him money, thinking they were going to be blessed because of it. really awful, really terrible person. But somebody had the bright idea to take those clips of him giving those long pauses where he pretended to receive telepathic messages. And they had the idea to put flatulent sound effects over those long pauses. So Robert Tilton would go, oh, wait, hold on a second. Then he'd close his eyes and he would pause and you'd hear a... Then he'd go, oh, that was a good one. Oh, thank you, Lord. Jimmy Swaggart. Oh, yeah, Jimmy Swaggart was another one. That Robert Tilton video series on YouTube was called Pastor Gas. So, if anyone wants to have a good laugh at the expense of a dishonest, manipulative televangelist, Pastor Gas about using clips of Robert Tilton is very, very funny. I remember my dad showing me that when I was a teenager many years ago, and I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Laugh so hard at those types of videos. Yeah, look up the Pastor Gas videos with Robert Tilton. And then when Benny Hinn would have those so-called miracles in the crowd at his mega church, and people would pretend to fall over backwards in the crowd like they were just hit with some divine clap of thunder or something. People would put Fus Ro Dah sound effects from Skyrim over that. So look up the Benny Hinn Fus Ro Dah videos and the Robert Tilton Pastor Gas videos. And again, I've talked about those Mad Libs videos by Joe Santagato where he and his brother just fill sheets of Mad Libs with all the wildest stuff they can think of. And no exaggeration, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, so try to end the night on that positive note. Recommend some funny stuff for you guys to watch. Biggest weakness is seeing other people try not to laugh. Kills you every time. And Sinister, you will love those Mad Lib Madness videos by Joe Santagato. Funny stuff, funny stuff. So as I'm leaning forward, putting a little bit of pressure on that questionable spot on my back, I'm feeling a little bit better. I think so I can for sure feel better, though. I better wrap it up for the night. Get out of my gaming chair and go sit in that other recliner in the living room that always helps me. Again, thank you all so much for the conversation and for sticking with me. Apologies if this wasn't the most positive, pleasant stream to watch. This normally doesn't happen to me when I'm sitting in my gaming chair and I can comfortably stream for hours on end, so I'm just having an off night and I do apologize for that. But yeah, everyone, stay awesome, stay wonderful, stay wholesome, and do everything you can to make the world a better place. There's entirely too much negativity. Take care of yourselves. Yes, indeed, everyone. Each and every last one of you. Take good care of yourselves. Eat well, eat healthy. Have good posture. Take care of your back. Please don't end up like me. We all have those days. Yes, indeed. May the Force be with you as well. See you a lot next time. Good night. Heart emoji, yes. A million heart emojis to all of you. You're all wonderful. I'm going to go see what I can do to take care of my back. Maybe give Dusty some late night cat treats if she even wants them. Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. I wish I could hug each and every one of you. You're all wonderful. You are all fantastic. You're the best viewing audience I could ask for. Everyone, rest well and stay in better health than me. Hope to see you back here again very, very soon.